Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and I am Reed and this is Reed's Beauty Trip. So I've had a few requests from friends and people that I've done stuff with, and one of the requests was, why don't you talk about some of the products that you play with or that comes out and that you're interested in knowing about. So this is what this is about. If you didn't know in the title, it is about some of the new Covergirl stuff that's coming out. Facial, cosmetics, not facial. So what we're going to do is we are going to go over the Covergirl Clean Fresh. Now this is a skin milk. They don't quite call it a foundation, even though it is to me. So it's like a tint. It says it's a nourishing foundation, but when it's only got like 12 to... It's very limited on its color range. And then here's the other concerns. You know, it's great that it's vegan. It's great that it's cruelty-free, but here's the problem, because there's a lot of people with sensitivity like coconut, and this is with coconut milk and aloe extract. And I even have clients that I work with sometimes that have a sensitivity to aloe, which I had no idea. But they're out there. So we're going to go over some of this. We're going to go over, well, I also have a primer. This one is the Skin Smoothing Primer. They have like 5 or 6 of them. But we're also going to do some of the Cooling Glow Stick, play with that, and also the Cream Blush, which I'm not scared of cream blush. I have friends that are like, oh, no. So I have a few colors to play with there. We'll figure it out. I think we'll probably... I don't know, well, wearing something bright, so it might be something bright. So, things to play with. And then, they didn't have a concealer for this, which makes sense. So I did pull my CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Concealer. And this is one thing I don't like about these one, is if you take off the packaging, it doesn't tell you which concealer you have. So that's a little frustrating, so disappointing, I don't know. So we're going to start with the Skin Smoothing one. So that's the white one. There's like a gray one, a yellow one, a purple one. There's so many. So, and I just put it on my fingers, work my way up. I will probably, yeah, we're going to use the brush and the sponge for both of these. They don't have a seal on them. I don't like that. I'll be honest. The little seal, which I hate taking off, but I do like that extra thing. So we're going to go in with the brush first. Oh, and I got fair, because I am a pasty person. So I'm not liking how it goes on with the brush. This might be one that I put on with my fingers. I don't think it's buildable. It doesn't feel buildable. Okay, hold on. Let's try the other side. The sponge, I think, is a little bit better for me. That doesn't mean it is for everybody. Some people are better with But I'm not sure about this. I really am not. I can't. It's not a, I would say it's a sheer to light coverage. It does give a little bit of shine. Jefferson and Beale Bill are singing to each other, if you know my crew. So it's okay. It has a little bit of a shine or a glow to it, which makes sense with the aloe and the coconut milk. I think the sponge is better than the brush to apply it. Now we're gonna do the crank it up, crank it up. This is what happens when you have new stuff and you haven't used it yet. Okay. I think because I lit my apple candle, the girls are serenading me. Okay, I put a little bit more on just because I need more coverage under my... Let's put the lid back on this before I spill it. Okay. And this is supposed to be like sweat proof, and it's not very, for under eye, it's not very thick. Which for some people that's good. I mean, it's lightweight. Let's see how this goes. And then, should we do the purple blush? Since I'm wearing a coral look, I think we're gonna go with the Clean and Fresh Flushed, which is like, looks corally. Like I said, this is vegan. When I bought these, they were like buy one get one half off, so I did get a decent deal, and I had coupons. So we're gonna do the chipmunk cheeks. Oh, buddy. And I put a smidgen. Fingerprints going up here. Okay, so we got to definitely blend this out, because I barely put any on my finger. Like, it was minuscule, and that went ooh la la. Okay, the back of this sponge. It's time to clean it anyway. So that is the flushed. I would almost mix that with a concealer. When I powder, it should blend out. Oh my goodness. If you want some fleshy face. So, very, very smidgen, very, very carefully apply it. I would probably apply it with a flat foundation brush, which is usually how I apply mine versus my fingers, because that little bit of finger went a lot away. I'm just kind of buffing it out a little bit. It was like, oh, hello. Okay, so since we did a kind of a corally, I kind of want to stick to like the gold one, the So Guilty. They really like gilt. They like using the word G-I-L-T. I've noticed with a lot of their highlighter stuff. That seems, I have some of their things, and it's like GILT is like the so guilty, so lit. So, you know, they've got that. So this is a cooling one. Now, I had a cooling one, bronzing stick by CYO that I absolutely loved, and I used it up so quick. They do have a seal on the top of it, so even after you take all that out, I do like that. It'll help keep it from drying out. And I live in a dry climate. Now, it is cooling, so it's got that aloe in it. And I am like, I would use, and I'm not a big use directly from the stick, but I don't know if you can see how well that, you know. Little goes a long way. So they've really hit on the creams this time and stuff. You know, their clean beauty, their clean theme that they're doing right now. So if you're into Covergirl and you're into it, I would definitely try it. Now, they do range, I think these were around $11 or $12. This is around $12 or $13. I think this was in the same price range. But I also, as I've told other friends, you know, with them getting the rabbit, the vegan, getting the cruelty-free rabbit, what it costs for them to do that is not cheap. It's a huge investment. The testings they have to do, that they have to pay for, and the loops and hoops and everything else they have to go through. It's not bad. I'm a powder girl. I'll put powder on and then I'll put more stuff on. So it's not over. But definitely this is what, how much is in this tube? 0.5 ounces. This is going to last you a while. I mean, because like I said, I barely did a little dot. And it was like, ooh la la. It does settle into your skin. Like I said, I blended it out a little bit. I might buff it a little bit more. Just because, but I need to put bronzer and everything else on, so it's a whole nother thing. But I didn't have a Covergirl bronzer at hand that was liquid. They used to have one. I don't think they have one anymore, but they did at one time had a bronzing stick or bronzing cream. But it's not bad for a very lightweight. Like I said, to me it's a sheer. There's more stuff I gotta put on. I need to put this on real quick. But you're gonna see a few looks this week. I've got some stuff to try on and to play with, so we're gonna play with some stuff. But this is the first one. For some people, I think they would really, really like it. Like I said, it's not, I wouldn't even call it a medium. Yeah, it's a sheer buildable coverage. It says instant and all day hydration with the coconut milk and the aloe, and it blurs imperfections. I'm not sure. Maybe. So, well, like I said, it's vegan. It's formulated without talc, parabens, formaldehyde, phthalates, so tired, mineral oil, sulfates, and fragrance. So it doesn't have any of that in it. Like I said, it's supposed to blur imperfections, even out skin tones, sheer buildable coverage. It is a sheer buildable coverage. Not a lot of buildable, but you can build it up. I like the sponge better than the brush, but I don't use the flat brush. I use my Real Techniques, I don't know. It's a 301. I think that's what the ones that I usually is called. And it says instant and all day hydration. So if you're feeling a little dry, try it out. If that's what, you know, you want to invest in and stuff. Like I said, I'm trying it. I'm going to play with it, but I am not, maybe for this spring and stuff, for some sheer. Winter, has hydration. Maybe I'll mix it in with some of the other ones I play with. I don't know yet. Well, we're going to find out. I have other foundations that I'm working on right now. Nona and I are doing the fundamentals of foundation. And with that, I have 2 foundations that I'm focused on right now. So it will go into my drawer. It has an 18-month shelf life. So we will see. Let's see shelf life. Does it have a... I'm noticing some of the things are not giving us shelf lives lately. Interesting. So I do have to look into that. Especially when stuff is vegan and vegetarian, the ingredients change it, so it doesn't have as long a shelf life as some of the other ones. So I will need to look into that. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day. If you want some more playing around stuff, I guess, with what's coming out, just let me know. If I have the product, I will definitely do it. I have a whole bunch. If you know me, I have over 100 foundations. So foundations to play with, not a big deal. They're singing to each other. The girls are singing. So, you know, I have those options, but I also do get a lot of new product to play with, but I'm more of a drugstore level versus the prestige level. I do love my drugstore products. They have stepped it up, and that's a big thing to me, is a lot of drugstores products, cosmetics, the L'Oreal, the Maybelline, the Milani, they have stepped up their game. They are up there wanting to show that they can do what prestige can do. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I was sparkling. I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.